Hello there, this is Coach Sammy33, and it is time to do the final poll before the conference championship game. Some have been played, I'm aware. My friend Sean played his Mountain West championship game. Unfortunately, he did not get the win, but I can't factor that into the voting. We are voting based off of Block 7, so the completion of the regular season. So there's a little bit of trouble. There are some games that will be quote unquote sim, so everyone will have their 12. So, for example, looking in the MAC, Ohio, 6 games to play. Don't know what's going on there, but it does look like we're going to have some mix of Bowling Green, Ball State, Toledo in the conference championship game. Toledo missing 4. I haven't been keeping tabs on what's going on with scheduling. Bowling Green missing 1, Ball State missing 2, but I think these two may end up. Who does Toledo play? Let's take a look real quick before we do what we came here to do. Ohio has been missing. Oh, Bowling Green. No, they play that game. Northern Illinois, Buffalo, Miami, Ohio. Huh. Interesting. It actually could be Toledo against. Now, this is where things get complicated. Ball State lost to Bowling Green. Bowling Green lost to Toledo. Huh. Not really sure the tiebreaker is there, but we're not here for that. We're here right now to do the voting. So this is the final vote. Before we do that, though, there's something else I'd want to take a look at. We'll get the poll voting open here in a new tab. Go to coach contract. So for what I have, we're maxed out. All I can do is 10 of 12 here because I didn't play the first 2 games. I was not the coach, so I will not get points for that. So you can see based on the math, that's 28.7 out of 40 points. That will go up because you're adding in the coach poll. Right now it's the week 14 poll, conference championships, and then the conclusion. So that means there are 3 more polls for me to get. Altogether, that will give me 36 out of 46 points by my account. That's good math. Coach report, we'll see. Nothing showing here. Be curious to see what is said for that. All right. Season success is an interesting one. I mean, because this is 20 points. We don't get the win goal, which I believe is 40%. So that's 8 points out off the rip that are gone. Rivalry games, I believe, are 30%. So we did win both our rivalry games, Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan. And then conference success is still to be determined. So we'll see once that's added in. But you get bonus points for winning on the road. Didn't beat any ranked teams, but bonus points for winning on the road. I believe Buffalo was a road game. I think Central Michigan was a road game, so that's 2. Ball State was a road game. I don't remember what the other road game was. Let's actually go back and look real quick. We have some bonus points there, so that'll help. Lost to Bowling Green and Ball State. And then we beat Buffalo and Central Michigan and all of the out of conference games are home. Cool. All right. So coach contract, we're going to definitely see going forward. Live score, total percent, all that's going to change. We'll just have to see when the time comes. Anyway, though, we're here to do the voting. So we have the Massey ratings. I'll look into that in the next video, but we're going to vote solely based off of how we've been doing things. So last poll will be the most important for sure. So starting out, Notre Dame, undefeated. They stay number 1. Won't matter in the seeding because the highest they can be is 5. Mizzou stays undefeated. Big Mike continuing to play well. He will be number 2. Number 3, SMU. So weird to see SMU so high, but they take care of business in the last block. They finish 12-0. We will reward them. So we can knock those out the way. Kansas suffered a loss to Baylor. Georgia loses to Georgia Tech. Ohio State, a sweep, and they beat their rival. So Ohio State will jump up to 4 for me. The Oregon State one is a tough one. Beat Boise, beat Western Michigan. I'm going to put them at 5. Not sure how I fully feel about the schedule, but we'll go with that. You've got Kansas losing a game on the road to Baylor. How far do they drop? It's a fair question. Very fair question. Baylor, new coach, lots of games played, lost to West Virginia, lost to Houston, lost to Oklahoma State. So they'll take a bit of a plummet. Iowa, losing to Nebraska. Always makes me happy to see Nebraska win games. Nebraska, we're going to move up to number 6. So GG's to the Huskers. Moving up to number 6. Cool. South Carolina, they get a win. I will pop them up. They beat Clemson. So then that leaves Kansas and Georgia. Georgia loses at home. It's their second loss of the season. Kansas with just the 1 loss. Such a tough loss on the road, but we'll slot them in at 8. Close that. Georgia will drop from 5 to 9. I got to see some of that game. Baylor, a bigger loss because they lost 3 games. New coach too, so Iowa splits. South Carolina's up there. Okay, Northwestern, they lose to Michigan. Ball State, I know they lost to Bowling Green. I got to watch some of that game. Temple, big game there, 49-56. Lots of points. Temple, I'll put at number 10. Slot them up. Then the question is what I do with these teams. Northwestern did lose a close game. It was a 1-score game, and it was on the road. I feel like I can move them up. Georgia's actually on there as well. Baylor, they lost 3. Iowa, a 1-score game at home to a top 10 team. I can't knock them too much for that. We'll put them there. Baylor, though, did lose 3. I just dropped them from 8 to, for now, drop them to 16. Possibly move them up. Northwestern and Ball State. What about West Virginia? West Virginia goes 3-0. Cool. West Virginia can jump up to number 12. Northwestern, I feel like I need to drop them a little bit more. Toledo beats Akron. They're 7-1. A lot of games left to be played. We'll see what the Sims look like. Like I said, I haven't paid full attention to what's going on in that aspect, so we'll have to see. Northwestern, I'm confident dropping them 12-14. It is a tough loss. It was a 1-score loss on the road. It's tough to play at the big house, but they have wins against Illinois and Texas A&M. And then Ball State, big win against Miami, Ohio. Big loss at home to Bowling Green. Coastal Carolina, they win. I actually put them at the 15 spot, and I will drop Ball State to 17. They still did win a game, and Bowling Green probably going to be a ranked team for me in this poll, so can't knock them too much for that. Oops, wrong one. Ball State. See, gotta pay attention. Alright, so that leaves us at 17. That puts us at LSU. Ooh, LSU has some big ones. I'm actually going to move. Alright, let's slot. Ball State, Baylor, Coastal, if I can get to it, LSU. That gives us 18 teams, if I'm correct, and that is Michigan, Oof, I got rolled by Ohio State. Ouch. Clemson with a loss. Tennessee with a win. They're 8-3. Jump Tennessee up. I can find them. So Tennessee jumping up to the 19 spot. Hold on those two teams for now. Southern Miss playing some good football. Move them up to number 20. Liberty 10-2. Taking care of business. 23. I'm actually going to put them at 22. And the reason being is for me. We're going to take a look here. You got Michigan, who's going to take a bit of a drop for me. Clemson, loss at home in a rivalry game. That's tough. Florida, 8-4. They lose to Florida State. Cincinnati, 8-4. They lose to Kansas State. Memphis, 10-2. Big win. Put Memphis at 23. I'm going to show some love to a team in the conference in Bowling Green. 9-2. Get them up there. I'm actually going to drop Memphis to 23. Oh, no. Yeah, Memphis to 23. I don't want to change it because I don't want to change the way I've been doing stuff. I think what we'll do is we'll go Oregon, since they're ahead, and then Bowling Green. Big win on the road against Ball State. They'll get a rematch more, possibly. See how they do in that. And then the last spot, Michigan does have a win at home. I'm going to put Michigan at the 20 spot. And then unfortunately for me, I'm going to drop Clemson out. Definitely feel Bowling Green deserves to get a vote. Oregon as well. So, top 25. Go ahead and submit it. And then you can see, this is it here. So I missed the week 8 poll. I was out that night. Had some drinks, did not get to finish. That's fine. But we have everything else done. The next poll will be after the conference championship games. I will reset the way I do that poll. I always do that one differently because that's going to impact who is playing in a championship, in this case, the playoffs. So you can see, this is what we've got here. Those are your top 25. If you look at my coach contract, got 4 of the 10. Like I said, it'll be 6 because you'll add the post-conference championship, this one right here, and then the conclusion of the season. So still 2 more out there. We'll get above 30 there, so above 75%. Numbers going up. Where it ends, I don't know. But I'm interested to see how and who are playing in the other conference championship games. Should be fun. Next video, though, will be a recap of our season. How did that 8-4 season look at Western Michigan statistically? We'll see you tomorrow. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.